Hey guys, it's Jeff, and today we're checking out this keyboard from Kemove. It's their mechanical 61 key keyboard. They did not pay me to make this video. They just sent me this keyboard to take a look at it because it is compatible with both PC and Mac. Now, obviously, I'm more of a Mac user, so this did pique my interest simply because it has a physical switch here on the backside of the keyboard. It's a hardware switch that switches from PC to Mac, so you can actually use the function keys here as you would on a traditional Mac keyboard. Now, not only is the mechanical function and the Mac function really desirable for me, it also has an RGB backlight, so it makes these really cool designs on the front of the keyboard here, which look really, really cool. So let's go over kind of the top features of this keyboard and get on to my experience using this keyboard for the past couple of weeks. Okay, so first things first, the top feature for me is Mac compatibility, because most keyboard makers that make mechanical keyboards don't actually make them Mac compatible, which is a huge drawback for me, and which is why a lot of the mechanical keyboards out there, which are really, really cool, I don't actually use because they don't have that compatibility. You just use so much functionality. Now, this keyboard maker did just the opposite here. They have a physical hardware switch on the back of the keyboard, which allows you to go from PC to Mac and maintains Mac function keys when you go over to the Mac side. That being that you don't lose any functionality when using this keyboard with your Mac. Now, number two for me is RGB. RGB is really, really cool. Obviously, as I said before, not a lot of mechanical and RGB keyboard makers make their keyboards available for Mac compatibility, like full compatibility. So to have RGB lighting along with mechanical keys is a really cool experience on a Mac platform here. And you can obviously switch between many different modes. So if you don't like one, there's several different others that you can choose from, which allow you to customize your experience using RGB with this keyboard. Okay, so the next two features are ones that actually entice me to set this up as my daily driver on my iMac Pro. The first being it has a 3000 milliamp hour battery, which is pretty large for a keyboard. That allows me to use this keyboard without charging it up for quite some time. I went with like 2.5 weeks without charging up this keyboard using this mode here, like a full RGB mode. So it was actually emitting a lot of power, and this keyboard lasted about 2.5 weeks, which for me was a very good result given all the features that it has. Now, the second of those two features is USB-C connection on the back. That is how you're going to charge it. You can, of course, use that USB-C connection to stay constantly plugged into your Mac or PC device, but obviously you just want to take advantage of the Bluetooth 5.1 connectivity in this keyboard, which makes it almost flawless, and the latency is absolutely amazing. It's almost like having it plugged in. I really don't notice a difference between the two. But let's get back to USB-C, because USB-C is supposed to be the golden standard these days, and I'm really glad they included it with these keyboards. A lot of manufacturers are putting micro USB, which is a little bit less inefficient and a little bit more fragile. So it's really nice to see USB-C compatibility here, especially with something like an iMac Pro where I have USB-C on the backside and I can kind of connect USB-C to USB-C without having any issues whatsoever. Okay, so with those features out of the way, let's talk about my personal experience. My personal experience is this is absolutely an amazing keyboard to use with the Mac. Given it has the hardware key on the back, or the hardware switch on the back, that makes it fully compatible with Mac, which is something you really don't see out there with fully RGB mechanical keyboards. Now, I'm using this as a daily driver on my iMac Pro. This is where I edit videos, I edit photos, and I use it on a daily basis quite a bit. So I've been using this quite extensively on my main setup, and I personally don't have any drawbacks to this editing kind of like setup that I have with this keyboard. Now, the only thing is it is a little bit more compact than the traditional iMac Pro keyboard that I'm used to, but it actually was, it didn't take me too much time to get used to this kind of more compact setup. It's actually really nice because using my mouse, I have a little bit more room, and I also have some other accessories that I use for editing, and I can fit it all on one pretty solid size mat for my editing setup. So guys, that is the Kemove 61 mechanical keyboard. There's not too much else to say. It's just a fantastic experience using this keyboard. Links will be in the video description down below that give you more information about this keyboard setup and also direct you to where you can pick one up for yourself. Of course, if you have any questions or comments for me, please leave those comments in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys right away. So guys, thank you for watching this video on the Kemove 61 mechanical keyboard. If you like this video, leave a like on the video. Also get subscribed and hit that notification bell button. That will give you updates on when we release any future content. So again, thank you for watching this video, and hopefully I'll be catching you guys in some upcoming content.